is disturbing to know that the greatest complaint of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the Day of Judgment would be something related to the Quran. And that's a complaint he puts forth to Allah Azza wa Jal. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam makes a complaint on the Day of Judgment. Allah Azza wa Jal recorded in the Quran in Surah Al-Furqan, وَقَالَ الرَّسُولُ يَا رَبِّ إِنَّ قَوْمِ اتَّخَذُوا هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ مَهْجُورًا. The Messenger would say, my Lord, my people have abandoned the Quran. That's his complaint on the Day of Judgment, which means it's a condemned matter to abandon the Quran. You don't want to be standing in the line of those who Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam complains about. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he said the people have abandoned the Quran in 5 ways. They have abandoned its recitation. Pay attention, Ibn al-Qayyim is talking in his time, talking about 600-700 years ago. He said people have abandoned the recitation of the Quran. They have abandoned listening to the Quran. They have abandoned seeking medicine through the Quran. Who treats himself today with the Quran? That's a form of abandoning. They have abandoned at-tahakum ilayh. They have abandoned going back to the Quran so it can solve their disputes and their affairs and their issues. Who today from among mankind, when there is an issue between him and his brother, says, brother, let's just stop here and go to the word of Allah and let it solve our issue? Who does this today? Who does this? On a personal level, on a community level, on a global level, whenever there's an issue, to say, let's go back to the Quran and seek ruling and advice from the Quran on how to move on with our issue. Wallahi, if we did this, not a single problem would exist among us. Not between husband and wife, not between parents and children, not between siblings, not between relatives, between friends. All of these issues would escape if we only did this form of worship with the Quran. At-tahakum ilayh. We went back to it for it to solve our problems. Allah Azza wa Jal said, فَإِن تَنَازَعْتُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ. If you have to dispute with one another concerning any matter, فَرُدُّوهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَالرَّسُولِ. Take it back to Allah and His Messenger. إِن كُنتُمْ تُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ. If indeed you believe in Allah and the last day. So a sign of you believing in Allah and the last day, you'd go back to the Quran to sort out your issues. If you ran to other than Allah Azza wa Jal, to systems of law, man-made law, to solve your issues will remain as they are, nothing will be solved. So this is a form of how the people abandoned the Quran. And the 5th one was at-tadabbur, to ponder over the Quran and to implement the Quran in their life. Who reads the Quran today to understand what Allah said so he can implement?